Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Hi everyone, my name is Noufel El Kasri. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Morocco. I live in the US. I train with the Elevation Fight Team, High Altitude Martial Arts in Denver, Colorado. I'm 2-on-1 as a pro. I was born and raised in Morocco in the city of Rabat. The neighborhood is called Ocean City. So it's like that's where I grew up and I was raised as well. The neighborhood where I grew up, it's we're very, I wouldn't say it's super rough neighborhood, but it's also not a fancy place or really rich neighborhood. So it's like a rough neighborhood, kind of in between, And I grew up playing soccer, grew up doing kickboxing, and I just playing outside, being on the streets, in school, and training. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So no, I didn't do any of traveling, when I was back in Morocco. So I pretty much just lived my entire life or until I was 19 years old in Morocco, and then I moved to the US and I've been there since then for about almost 9 years now. My family moved out to the US. We had like a lot of family out there, so that's kind of like it was just a family thing, and decided to look for a better future and better opportunities, and that's it. At first it was definitely like a little bit of culture shock. It's two different worlds. It's like very different. I didn't speak English very fluently at first. I had like a little base. I knew like a little bit of grammar, a little bit of like writing, a little bit of reading. But speaking, it was still like like a little tough. So eventually, just like being out there and rubbing shoulders with people and connecting with people and using it every day, and then even college as well helped as well. So that's how my English got better. It was a lot of things that kind of like shocked me, but I was mostly excited. I was very excited to be in the US. I was very excited to explore it, to like take it all in and gain adapted. So I was really excited to train, really excited to do things. So it wasn't really shocking. And then like everybody has this picture of what the US is. You learn that from like the music industry or from the movies, Hollywood, and all of that. It's very similar to what the movies display, or what it's very similar. I remember the first time like seeing the school bus, like the yellow school bus, and I thought that was like very a pillar of the US. So I remember that moment. It was really like like a good core memory when I first moved to the US. So yeah, but it wasn't definitely not super shocked. It was kind of like that's what I expected. Yeah, I would say that like one thing that I wasn't expecting, it was just like a lot of guns, a lot of guns out there. So yeah, I've had some encounters, but besides that, everything's been good. Yeah, when I first moved to the US, I came in as a kickboxer. I was always, that's my background, striking, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and then I started training at a gym called High Altitude Martial Arts. And then that gym, it's more MMA gym based. They have jiu-jitsu classes, wrestling. They also have like a professional team, that I trained with them. And slowly from being there, like around them, I stuck to kickboxing for I think a year and a half. And I had like a couple fights in kickboxing over there. I did like nationals, I did state, and I just traveled all around the US, and I had a lot of kickboxing fights out there, Seattle, Iowa, Vegas. So I had a lot of kickboxing fights. And then eventually, slowly, I found myself in MMA, and yeah, I've been committed to MMA since then. Like, I'm forever grateful for High Altitude Martial Arts. And by the way, big shout out to High Altitude Martial Arts and all my teammates back home in Denver, Colorado, and the team out there. So like High Altitude was very welcoming to me and my family and my brothers. That's the only team I know in the US. That's the only team that I've trained with since I've been there. And I really hold that, like I'm really proud of it, close to me, because I've built really good relationships. It's my second home, so like I have my family out there, and I'm always grateful for that team. They helped me so much into like improving my grappling game, my wrestling. I've like I said, like I've only been doing kickboxing in Morocco. So, and wrestling and jiu-jitsu, it's not really big in Morocco. It's like we do a lot of kickboxing. Now, there's a lot more gym in kickboxing. There's a lot more gym, like jiu-jitsu gyms, a lot more grappling gyms. You know, now it's slowly start to like find a fan base where MMA starts to grow as well back home. But at first, you know, I came in like no striking, no grappling, I mean, no wrestling. So the high altitude really like helped me, like, you know, built me up when it comes to that part. So I was like always grateful for that, always. Yeah, that was, you're right, that was in 2018. I had my first MMA fight at a promotion called Paramount MMA. Shout out to Tony Sims. He was the one that hosting that promotion, ex-UFC fighter. And yeah, I remember I fought Robin Max, you know, a super tough dude. You know, we went out for like, it was a 9-minute fight, full fight decision. You know, it was really good, like really good striking battle. You know, I was just committed to stay on my feet. So I was just like, you know, that fear of hitting on the ground and, you know, not be able to like perform really well. So I was just committed to stay on my feet, had really good takedown defense. And yeah, I just had like, you know, a lot of striking. I scored some shots, I scored some hooks. I remember scoring some, you know, head kicks and stuff like that. But yeah, that was really good. It's been 6 years ago, you know. The growth is definitely like, you know, it's real. Yeah. The nerves for that fight, it was definitely, you know, it's like any other fight. I was definitely more excited to try something new and to fight in 4-ounce gloves. It was, you know, like unique experience. Like it's totally different than fighting with 12 ounces or 10 ounces. You know, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different like guard. It's a whole different like footwork. So I was mostly just excited to like try MMA, you know, and just start this MMA journey. And yeah, so very excited. As a fighter, you know, or as a fighter, you always looking or visualizing that pro debut. You know, at some point I'm gonna become pro. So, you know, it's like a decision that you make between you and your coaches and your team, and like you have to internally like feel ready. You know, I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm ready for the next step. You know, obviously it's a big difference. It's a big difference between the amateur and the pro. The rounds are longer. Amateur is 3 minutes. Pro is 5 minutes. So you gotta be ready mentally. You gotta be ready conditioning wise. You know. So yeah, it was just a decision that I took. Me and my coaches to sit down, and they were like, yeah, I think we're ready. And yeah, we just took it, and we, you know, it's like, yeah, it's been good. It was hard. It was definitely hard. Like, you know, it was definitely hard at first, that loss. You know, it's like that feeling, but I just took it and I sit with it for a while. I sat with it for a really long time, and you know, I was like, this is what it feels to lose, you know, and it felt really bad. It felt really heavy on my chest because I sacrificed so much. I put in too much. I train, 2-3 times a day, nutrition, like strength conditioning, all of this, and my body was peak performance and everything. But what I learned from that loss is it's you can not only work your body and technique and conditioning and be ready, but you also got to work your mind. So that fight was really like a big learning experience. And I also learned like a huge lesson there, which is like, you know, a lot of times when people get like an exciting opportunity or they get like really big things, you know, coming up for them or anything, a lot of times people get excited, you know, and sometimes excitement can distract you, you know, can kind of like takes you away from what's the main goal. So I learned to like, when I get a big opportunity or like when I get a fight, I learn to focus instead of get excited, because focus really keeps you locked in or keeps you grounded instead of excitement. Excitement, like it's high, you know, it's endorphins, I'm happy, but being focused, it's narrow it down. It's like a tunnel vision. So that's the biggest take that I took from that loss. Yeah, you know, like afterwards it was just like, you know, I shifted my mindset. I really shifted my mindset. I was like, you know, I can't afford to lose again, you know, and I know what it is to win. I know how to win. I know what it takes, you know. I just needed to like focus, get locked in, and just like put it in together, you know, and build up my confidence. And I learned that confidence comes from hard work, and hard work breeds confidence, and confidence breeds success. So that's kind of like how it happened, you know. So I just kind of like, okay, this is not who I am, you know. I'm not a 0-1 fighter, you know. I need to be like at the top, you know. I need to be here, I need to be, and I just put these goals in front of me, and I just, you know, start working hard, and that's how I got those 2 finishes. Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling, you know. It's like, you know, yeah, if you, I mean, loss is a part of life, you know. It's like, you're not even fighting, like, you know, it's part of life. You lose your teeth, you lose this, you lose everything, you know. So it's like, you'll have to learn to lose to be able to win. If you don't know how to lose, then you're not gonna win. But at the same time, you don't have to lose every time. You know, so you just gotta lose one time, really feel it, see what that loss feels like. And then afterwards, you just be like, I don't wanna ever feel like this again. And then you just like grind it out and just put it to work and, you know, rack up some wins. Yeah, it's very, like, it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing to be able to witness, like you said, these high level elite fighter tops in the world, like, you know, world champions, you know, Corey Sandhagen, you know, like Drew Dober, you know, Neil Magny, you know, like all these guys, they like just witness that, and like it's like greatness, you know. You see them how they do it, you see how much they put in of the effort, and like be able to helping them and just being a small part of it, I'm always grateful for. I've learned so much to like how to train, you know, how to take care of your body, how to like train around injuries, how to like manage, you know, like weight loss, you know, weight cuts and all that good stuff, and also like how to prepare your mind, you know. A lot of people, like, you know, you don't see that, you know, like the behind scenes, you know, a lot of people don't see that, but these guys do a lot of work, you know. They do a lot of work, like, you know, internally, like a lot of work physically to get themselves to perform at the highest level, like peak performance. So I've learned so much from that, and I'm always grateful for that forever. It's amazing, you know. It's like you get like a little scope, and you just like, you're seeing through it, and you just kind of like see how these people do it, you know. And it's amazing, you know. And it's also like, it's a confidence booster, you know. You'd be like, wow, I can train with these guys, I do well with these guys, you know. It's like, it helps you, like, I can do this, you know. I can get to the top, I can get to these big promotions, I can get to the UFC. So yeah, so it's amazing to being around that energy, you know. It's like, it pushes you forward, you know. There's nothing bad that's gonna come out of it. It's always good. Yeah, why am I in Thailand? Well, like, I just felt like I needed to step out of my comfort zone, to step out from, you know, from just my comfort zone in general, and like train somewhere else, and, you know, train somewhere different, and learn some new skills, and train with different bodies, different, you know, sizes, and all of that. So yeah, and like also one thing about it is I actually like I suffered like a serious injury, you know, and you know, like when you suffer a serious injury, a lot of doubt settles in. A lot of like, am I the same guy that I was before this? You know, you have a lot of questions that comes in, you know, and a lot of times, like, when you just stay in the same place, or, you know, or it's like you have all these other distractions, you know, you have other things, you know. And the reason why I wanted to come here is I wanted to just eat, train, and sleep to be able to come back to that level that I want to be at, and just be at the top, you know. So it's like, and for me, it was, I needed to just like eat, train, and sleep, nothing else. And that's why I chose Thailand, that's why I chose Bang Tao. Bang Tao has been amazing, has been super welcoming to me. You know, it's just been like, you know, it's an amazing place. I met so many great fighters, I met so many like great coaches. You know, I've already feel my game is already like leveling up. I've learned already new skills, and it's just been like, so far it's been an amazing experience. I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, and the weather is amazing. The beach is nice, it's super close. The food is nice. It's, you know, it's just unbelievable. You know, it's beautiful. My short-term goals for the next couple of years, I need to rack up a couple wins, couple first-round finishes, and then after that, you know, shoot for the big show. You know, like big show, UFC, and that's the goal. That's the next thing. You know, right now I'm 2-1. You know, my goal is within a year I need to be 6-1, 7-1, and start knocking on doors. Yeah, like I'm always grateful for my family and my friends. They always support me. They always want me to push myself, to be the better version of myself, to achieve all my dreams, and, you know, get after it. So I'm always grateful for it, and like big shout out to my family back home. Love you guys. Love you.